Are you a headmaster, headmistress, parent, teacher, or an educator looking for high-quality textbooks for preschool, primary, and junior high school students? Look no further than Advocate Publishing Company. Advocate Publishing Company is a leading publisher of educational materials in Ghana that publishes very engaging, interactive, and comprehensive textbooks that meet the needs of students, teachers, and parents. Our textbooks are thoroughly published to make learning fun and easy. They are also designed to stimulate critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity in students. Make Advocate Publishing your preferred choice for all your educational needs. Explore our range of textbooks and educational resources. Visit us at the old GNTC yard near Kingsway, Accra. You can contact us on 0503 786 776 or 02408 06354, also 0531 600360, and connect with us on Instagram, X, and Facebook at Advo Publishing. Don't settle for less. Choose the best. Advocate Publishing Company, empowering young minds one textbook at a time. Thinking publishing, think Advocate Publishing.
Ebusiafo ye mama kwaba eba Children's Palace. Nkwala nyema nyina fie enyi. Yonkwala ntade mani mema nyina ntare nyina wase. Yonkwala shoes, yonkwala duane, yonkwala wipes, yonkwala diapers, yonkwala toys, baby coat. In fact, bibia opama omanyina obenye biwa ase.
Located at East Legon Hills, Nana Chrome KFC. Contact us on 059 6377 172. Children's Palace. Happy children, happy fashion. See you soon. Bye bye.
Yes, next. Hey, Nadia Benson, some more.
Me didn't tum. Mr. Femi Kakalika, just call me cockroach. Now, Mr. Femi once now.
Hey, that's you.
Improve car.
Yeah.
Captain was key to double the action. Me did this sasso spray. Mr. Femi sasso quell. Yeah, go to my sasso.
Tum preko.
In life, choice is good, but choice plus safety is way better. Your safety and comfort is paramount. Under the cylinder recirculation model, you can buy LPG in a safe environment. All cylinders are inspected and maintained to the best safety standards, so your safety is assured. Just take your empty cylinder to the nearest exchange point and swap it for a filled cylinder. Different cylinder sizes will be available to meet your pocket size. Imagine cooking in a smoke-free environment. This will improve the health and well-being of you and your family. Choose LPG in a safer model of distribution. Cylinder recirculation model. Securing your safety. Creating more jobs. A message from the National Petroleum Authority under the patronage of the Ministry of Energy.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late? Of course.
Go be the luckiest, copy from Georgia be luckiest, from not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're lucky, everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God up boom. If you put it to so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Hey. Is that his car?
Everywhere.
Dial star 712 #. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
You're watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. My name is Awudu Moro. I'm here with Sylvester Tete, former MP for Botiano English Amanfro, and also a former Deputy Information Minister. I also do have here lawyer Inusa Fuseni, who is a former MP for Tamale Central, 4-term, former Minister for Roads and Highways, and also former Minister for Lands and Natural Resources Minister. So, Honorable, sorry for
I was just saying, simply was just saying that, well, I have not challenged the authority of the National Council of the NPP to determine when a flag bearer should be elected and the venue for the elections. Now, that's not my concern. The authority given to the National Executive Council of the NPP must not be read disjointedly with their constitution.
Is that what has happened?
That's what has happened.
How do you mean?
You see, when you look at the determination of the election of a flag bearer, it comes after the election of the branch, which they call polling station,
yes,
and a constituency, regional, and national executive. So, by logical reasoning, when that is done, the National Executive Council will then have the authority, they have the sole authority to determine when the flag bearer. So their constitution presupposes the election of all the other structures, executives for all the other structures to be in place before the determination. But because there is no that conjunction, and or there is no a preambular phrase that says that after the election of the various executives for the various structures and so because there's no preambular phrase, they read it disjointedly.
Oh.
Okay, and they're trying to make a case because it doesn't make sense. We all know he's contested.
But why are you trying to bring it together when there is no something stitching it together?
You mean when it is asunder?
So why are you doing that?
So
you have a right to bring it together when the thing has not been put together like that.
He's a lawyer.
So you
That's
see,
what lawyers do.
you see when you are interpreting a thing,
yes,
a constitutional provision or a statute like yours, you have to construe it in such a way that it makes sense. Okay. It's logical, it's rational.
All right.
Now, even if the drafters of your constitution failed, refused, or neglected to provide logical consistency for the provisions, you have to interpret the provisions in such a way that it brings some consistency and rationality into the whole thing. That's why I'm speaking the way I'm doing.
Okay.
And I'm doing that because I believe in democracy.
Okay.
I'm a Democrat. And I believe that democracies can only thrive if we have strong, parties.
Okay.
So, and strong parties means that the MPP must be strong.
Okay.
To provide us with a constant reminder that they are lacking in the wings.
Okay.
And that we should put our act together. If not, they will upset us.
Okay.
Okay, so That is why I'm interested in because I think that a vibrant MPP party will inure to the benefit of the NDC because it will force us to do things in a way that will, win the confidence and trust of the people of this country.
Okay.
But your party state today, default state, is state of disarray.
All right.
And if you don't fix that, if you don't fix the confusion, if you don't fix the disagreements in the party,
right?
I mean, I don't know how you are going to be able to hold yourself in readiness for election 2028. You might present candidates, but those candidates will just be on the ballot box, because you are a party.
Okay, all right. So let's make progress.
Let's make progress. I remember after 2000 elections, the aftermath of 2000 elections, what happened to the NDC? The aftermath of the 2016 elections. So today, you won a jackpot, so you are at liberty to give us all the lessons.
Because you see, because when we lost the election, there was some kind of intentionality and deliberateness to reorganize our party. I don't say to you.
You really?
In fact, in 2000, in the year 2000,
your heads are buried in the sand, in the Galamsey pit,
in the 2000 election.
So you won't see it.
In the 2000 election, when we lost the 2000 election, in fact, we actually rebranded the party, the new NDC, to be able to win the subsequent election.
All right, so let's make progress. I beg you. Let's look at another issue which has been raging, and it's become very, very topical since the weekend when a group of professionals met to deliberate on the state of affairs and also to express their thoughts about what's going on in this part of town. I'm talking about Ghana Bar Association. Honorable, how long have you been a member of the bar?
Since Nkrumah was in Guinea, since I became a lawyer.
Whoa.
And I'm a paid-up member.
That's close to 30 years.
No, 25 years.
About 25 years. I say close to 30 years, about 25 years. I see. The Ghana Bar Association have spoken. Of course, the leader of the bar has also spoken. I'm talking about Ghana's Attorney General and Minister for Justice. And it has received some significant public reaction since that comments that he made. I want us to watch this video. And then after watching this video, we'll come back and have a conversation. Please, let's watch this.
Let us therefore be the conscience of the Republic, fearless when governments overreach, impartial when opposition agitates, and always faithful to the sovereignty of the people under the Constitution. And talking of sovereignty, we should desist from the temptation of inviting foreign interference in our internal constitutional processes. As a professional body, there is absolutely nothing wrong with forming relationships with like-minded foreign associations. Such relationships are necessary for cross-fertilization of ideas on professional matters such as standards. That is where it should end. Interference in constitutional politics risks violating the principle that sovereignty resides in the people of Ghana, in whose name and for whose benefit the powers of government are to be exercised. My distinguished colleagues, the task before us is clear. We must renew the spirit of the profession. We must strengthen ethical discipline within our ranks. A few errant lawyers can tarnish the credibility of the entire bar. The Ghana Bar Association must be vigilant in holding us to the highest standards of integrity. We must deepen access to justice. Legal aid must not be a token gesture. It must be a living reality for the poor. The destiny of Ghana is tied to the integrity of a legal profession. If we stand firm, this republic will stand firm. If we falter, this republic will stumble. Let us therefore recommit ourselves to the ideals of our forebears: justice, integrity, freedom, and service.
Attorney General and the Minister for Justice, Dr. Dominic Akuritinga Ayeni. speaking or addressing the Ghana Bar Association. It was an event that happened over the weekend, and the issues that he has raised has enjoyed some significant public press. And if you look at today's Daily Post, it says the AG again accuses GB of partisan bias, elective advocacy on constitutional issues, and that story is on page 5. It says that Attorney General Dr. Dominic Ayine has accused the Ghana Bar Association of leaving its professional path and turning partisan. Speaking at the GBA's annual conference in WA, Dr. Ayine expressed disappointment of what described as the association's inconsistent advocacy and bias in addressing constitutional matters. We must remember that our allegiance is first and foremost, to the Constitution of this republic, not to transient political interests, he told members. Our republic has tested and continues to test the resilience of its democratic institutions. In doing this, the bar has played a crucial role in assisting the Supreme Court to interpret and enforce the Constitution. But outside the courtroom, the advocacy of the bar as a professional group has lacked consistency, bringing into question its adherence to principles. Dr. Ayine accused the GB of failing to show fairness in its positions on critical national issues. He suggested that the association's voice often mirrors that of the opposition rather than maintaining neutrality. According to him, the bar had become self-serving, putting its own interest above those of the legal profession and society. Citing examples, the Attorney General pointed to the association's silence during the removal of former Electoral Commission chairperson Mrs. Charlotte Osei, and her deputies, contrasting it with its vocal opposition to the recent process to remove Chief Justice Gertrude Tokono, when in 2015 an Article 146 petition was received by the Chief Justice in relation to the former chairperson of the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice, Madame Loretta Lamte, the bar failed to speak out about the process. In the run-up to 2016 election, the then opposition New Patriotic Party engaged the Electoral Commission in court battles over the voter identification system. This gave rise to the Abu Ramadan line of cases. Immediately upon assuming office in 2017, an Article 146 petition was filed for the removal of the chairperson of the Electoral Commission, Mrs. Charlotte Osei, and her deputies from office. The bar saw no basis to speak out about compliance with the due process. So the issue about the neutrality and unbiased and impartiality of the Ghana Bar Association has come to the fore. Let me ask you, Sylvester Tete, what are your views on this? The suggestion is that the Ghana Bar Association appears to always speak for the MPP.
Yeah. You see, my friend, my senior, Honorable Dominic Ayine, I've worked with him on a Constitutional and Legal Affairs Committee in Parliament.
Okay.
I've always held him in high esteem until he was appointed as an Attorney General of this Republic. He's disappointed me.
Why?
Yes. To begin with, this is an Attorney General who tries his cases in a public court of opinion instead of going to the court. Today he's waged onto another forum of doing the usual NDC communication. I don't get the head and tail of his admonishment to the Ghana Bar Association, except to remind us of things they didn't do and how politically exposed they are. But he himself is a politician. But at that forum where he was speaking as the leader of the bar, as an Attorney General. And for that matter, one would have thought and I had expected him to act as such, other than wearing the NDC colors and speaking like perhaps my senior colleague this morning will be doing for the NDC. He worked too hard. If he's appointed an Attorney General, we'll judge him on the basis of being an Attorney General of the Republic. Today he can decide to do all the politics for the NDC. And we'll be happy, we'll grant him all that. But the line of communication he's putting out there I don't get the head and tail of it. He's reckoned that for a bar association like Ghana Bar Association has a right to fraternize and have sister organizations and associations. And nobody says that the interpretation of our laws or the positioning of our law is a sole prerogative of the bench, the interpretations and all these things. But the associations and its fraternal relationships are meant to ensure that we are aligned with best practices globally. That is why you see judges on the bench citing cases from other common law jurisdictions and some other cases in other jurisdictions for persuasive purposes. I mean, he's a seasoned lawyer. And there's nothing wrong with that. That if you have an association like Ghana Bar Association and you have fraternal relationship with other associations, how then do you say that it is influencing your decision on policies in this country? Except to say that best practices, we are all learning. He has been attending conferences with other attorney generals across the world. Does he now tend to tell us that his association with other attorney generals around the world is influencing his decision as an attorney general of this republic? I mean, let's be fair. If he goes there, and I'm not surprised because the president of the republic himself had already told us that NDC lawyers must also get their lawyers together and get even onto the bench, because most of the judges in the bench are all MPP judges, and for that matter, what is their fight against the president of the Ghana Bar Association? She doesn't take a unilateral decision for the Bar Association. Recently, their public commentary and all that, it was a unanimous decisions by members of the association, of which is one. You may dissent. You may dissent, and to the extent that NDC lawyers are trying to even form an association. If we travel this journey and to find Attorney General even leading this charge, telling them, when there was this case you didn't speak, when there was this case you didn't speak, I don't get the head and tail of his admonishment. Seriously speaking, I don't get it. If we want to go back, he as an Attorney General, his actions over time in the last 8 months as Attorney General of this republic, we may cite him for being biased. We'll cite him for being biased. That's why I'm saying that his tenure as an Attorney General over the last 8 months is total disappointment to me. It's total disappointment to me. But I don't find the dichotomy between a bar association in Ghana and having fraternal relationship with other associations globally is impacting the work they do here. It's for persuasive purposes. Journalists, you have fraternal associations all over the world. And I'm not sure that by virtue of that association is negatively impacting your editorial policy or what you stand for as media houses or as professional journalists and your ethics in this country. If not for anything, today, the president is telling us that he's carrying 4 million Ghanaians to Australia to go and learn best practices in mining. 4 million Ghanaians. That is what the president is telling us today.
He didn't say that.
What did he say?
He didn't say he's taking 4 million Ghanaians.
But the president had told us there are 4 million small-scale miners in this country.
Yes.
And to adhere to best practices, they are sending them to Australia. He didn't also tell us the number of people he's sending to Australia.
Leadership, not 4 million.
He didn't say that.
No.
He didn't say that. Please go and check that.
He obviously can't take 4 million people.
But he didn't say he's sending leadership.
Do you honestly believe he'll take 4 million people?
But I don't know. When the president, he says there are 4 million Ghanaians doing small-scale mining in this country. No, but tell me, Moro, are you speaking for the president? Are you interpreting what the president said?
But do you realistically believe that the president will take 4 million?
This president can do anything.
4 million.
John Mahama can do anything. John Mahama that promised to declare state of emergency. Today he's telling us the last resort. What they've done before the last resort, nobody knows. And he's telling us to adhere to best practices. He's sending 4 million Ghanaians to Australia to go and learn best practices. Who told you the leadership of this, they don't know the best practices? Leadership of this, they don't know the best practices. In Australia, it's the enforcement of the law, not the other way around. Is to say that it is rather negatively impacting the Bar Association. I don't get that. He knows the processes by which they make their statement and take a position on national issues. He's been hit hard by the removal of the Chief Justice. One of the promises they made in opposition. Today, see how swiftly they've removed the Chief Justice. And the processes of removing the Chief Justice, they are hiding behind law. When the people speak against it, you say that they are being influenced by the association with other fraternal organizations outside the jurisdiction. I don't get the head and tail of this. But he must speak, not as an NDC, not like he's on NDC platform. But he should be speaking as an Attorney General and give us the facts. But if you want to wage into this, MPP did this, you didn't speak, NDC did this, you didn't speak. The Bar Association itself there, he has been a member for the last 25 years. Do you think somebody like Honorable Haruna Inusa Fuseni will sit down to be saying that all of us should go and speak for MPP? No. There are people who are known NDC members of the association, including the executives there. So when the association speaks, he must not say that they speak because it's MPP that is in power or MPP is in opposition. But what is wrong is wrong.
Right.
What is wrong is wrong. The removal of the Chief Justice will haunt them for a long time to come. And I promise them that. President Mahama, the removal of the Chief Justice will haunt him and the NDC for the rest of their lives. And it will be a scar on the NDC for removing the Chief Justice. Today they are quick to bring the how do we call it, the EC commissioner. Go and check the circumstances, the processes that it went through. For me, they think that they are in power, they can get away with everything. They should continue. But posterity will not be kind to them on the basis of this. That is why today you see the Attorney General. He cannot find his thoughts together and only to do political propaganda. But I think it's much ado about nothing. His admonishment, his statement, and whatever he has said. For me, Sylvester sitting here, he's doing, and he still seems to be like he's on the political platform, the NDC political platform. But he must be guided. Now look, he wears the heart of an Attorney General and a leader of the bar. We expect that from him. But to wade into political discourse like he did, obviously, I can only say that he's one on one. He thought he was one on the NDC campaign platform. But it's much ado about nothing. We must encourage them to have fraternal relationship, to bring to bear best practices all over. But they've all been trained outside. Why didn't they school only in this country? But they find out when they school outside, it brings something to them. So I think that there's nothing wrong for the Bar Association. He's attended many, many conferences. He's a member of the Ghana Bar Association. But they don't speak for the MPP. The executive of the Bar Association today, go and check. What is wrong is wrong.
All right. Honorable.
Well, I initially thought that the incoherence in thinking had afflicted only the National Council of the MPP. Because that was manifested in the interpretation of their constitution. But I see that the disease has affected even leading members of the party. Including members of parliament and former members of parliament. Because what is the causal link between about 4 million people engaged in small-scale mining and sending people to Australia to learn best practices? And even if the president had said 4 million people are going, you would have asked him whether he's going to use a ship to transport them, or what vessel, or what receptacle he's going to use. But again, that is a manifestation of the incoherence in the difficulty in linking and dotting the I's and crossing the T's.
But that's his understanding of what the president says.
But that understanding cannot be supported by any logical reasoning. Now, the second thing is that, you see, you must, and I'm happy, Sly knows as a member of the bar, that the Ghana Bar Association is couched in the terms of a state institution. That is why, when you look at the 1992 Constitution, the Ghana Bar Association is an association of private practitioners, lawyers. Now, but look at the formation of the National Media Commission. The Ghana Bar Association has to send a representative. Why? Because they can speak truth, power. Look at the establishment of the Lands Commission. The Ghana Bar Association is an association of lawyers. Has to send a representative and many other constitutional bodies. If you look at the laws that we passed, we demanded in some laws that the Ghana Bar Association must be represented. Why? Because it's couched in the terms of, in the nature of an impartial, fair, resolute, and strong body that can protect the rights, liberties, and freedoms of individuals. So there is an invidious responsibility imposed on the Ghana Bar Association by reason of its nature and composition to be fair and unbiased. So when you will find perceptions of bias or unfairness in their approach to national issues, you are entitled to complain. So when the Ghana Bar Association in 2021 said that they were taking a break from commenting on national issues when Kufuor was in power, we thought that was very, very inappropriate. The Ghana Association, as a body of lawyers, was not designed to take a break on commenting on political issues, which are matters of public importance. But the Ghana Bar Association said that to us in 2001. Now, again, when the Ghana Bar Association refused, neglected, or failed to comment, even though stated misbehavior was not provided in the Constitution defined, Larry Bimi's deputy refused a directive from Larry Bimi, the late Larry Bimi, to change office.
You mean Larry Bimi of the NCC?
NCC. That was the first time Article 146 was invoked.
Yeah.
A petition was sent for the removal of the Deputy Commissioner of the National Commission on Civic Education.
Right.
That petition was held under Article 146.
Right.
Article 146 decided that the conduct of the deputy to Larry Bimi, which bordered on insubordination, was stated misbehavior. He was removed from office. The Ghana Bar Association did not find his voice to say that, oh, how can insubordination of that nature be stated misbehavior?
But he's only a deputy NCC boss.
Huh?
Who is he?
Who is who?
Yeah, he's only a deputy NCC boss.
Yeah, but he has the terms and conditions of a court of appeal.
Yes, but...
that's why Article 146 was invoked.
I get it.
Now,
but the argument that the NPP poses all the time, and I hear them, is that this is the Chief Justice.
No. Yes, so
all others don't matter.
No, that argument is even flawed.
Okay.
There's the process, the Article 146 is not about the Chief Justice. Article 146 of the Constitution is talking about the removal of justices of the Superior Court of Judicature.
Yes.
And the chairman of regional tribunal.
Yes.
That's what Article 146 is talking about.
Yes.
Then provides a procedure for that process to happen. And when you look at Article 146.6, it answers to another principle of law. The Chief Justice is a justice of the Superior Court of Judicature.
Yes.
Under 146.3, where a petition is sent for the removal of a justice of the Superior Court of Judicature, that petition is sent to the Chief Justice for the determination of a proper fashion.
Right. Fact.
But where the petition involves the Chief Justice, do you send the petition to the Chief Justice? So that answers to the procedural matter. That answers to the principle of natural justice.
Right.
The Chief Justice, in this case, cannot be a judge in her own cause to determine a prima facie case. That is where the Chief Justice comes. But you look at the head notes, and when you look at the evidence decree, head notes are an aid to interpretation. So it provides a procedure for dealing with a petition for the removal of a Superior Court of Judicature who happens to be a Chief Justice.
Right.
That's all. That's what Article 146 is doing. So they have somehow taken the argument out of context, and they are talking as if Article 146 is about the removal. No, it's Superior Court of Judicature. Now, secondly, as a Ghana Bar Association, stated misbehavior was not defined in Loretta Lamte's case. Article 146 was. Stated misbehavior was not defined in in the removal of Charlotte Osei and her deputy's case. They had the terms and conditions of a judge of the Superior Court of Judicature. That was why their petitions were heard. And at that time that they were being removed, the procedure and process for their removal was determined by the Chief Justice. The Ghana Bar Association did not issue a statement to say that the discretion of the Chief Justice to determine the procedure and processes for the removal of Charlotte Osei or Loretta Lamte or the deputy to Larry Bimi potentially infringed the rights of those persons.
But Alaji, they cannot comment on everything.
They should comment on everything.
Why?
Because, you need consistency.
But you were a member then. Where were you? What did you say?
You need consistency. If you are not consistent, it raises issues like the issue the leader of the bar has said. And he is the leader of the bar. It's true. He's right. Okay. He's right. What the leader of the bar is saying It's simply that don't lose your voice. When one government is in power, be bold, be fearless, and talk truth to power, irrespective of the government in power. When you lose your voice, when one group of people are in power, you assume the character, even though you are construed as a national body, you assume the character of a hypocritical body. And people can then attack you with partisanship. That's what he's telling them. And you don't see the sense.
No, I get what
he's a leader of the Ghana Bar Association. He's saying that, look, it doesn't make sense when you know that Article 146 of the Constitution has been invoked on many different occasions, including a judge of the High Court who was subject to Article 146 provisions, but who went on retirement before the provisions were completed. So it has been invoked many times. And all these times that Article 146 was invoked, there were no processes and procedures. So where were you? Now, again, when you look at the Charlotte Osei case, the counsel in that case, in court, said that it was important because there could be a potential violation when you vest in the Chief Justice or in the body the sole right and authority to determine the procedure to regulate the proceedings. That could lead to the abuse of the rights of that person. So he entreated the court to make consequential orders directing the Attorney General to develop rules of procedure to regulate the invocation of Article 146. That was in 2015, 2000. That was in 2017,
right.
18. Right. MPP was in government. The Bar Association. In 2000 recommendations, what pressure as a national body did they bring to bear on the establishment to ensure that the recommendation of the Constitution Review Committee was implemented? If that was done,
yes,
will they today be calling for the promulgation of that? It's not new. What they're saying is not actually new. The court, where Koko Baku went to court challenging the removal of Charlotte Osei, the court said that.
Yes.
When the Constitution Review Committee said that. So what they're saying is not new.
Yes,
but that exposes their hypocrisy.
But Alaji,
who's hypocrisy? Ghana Bar Association,
Ghana Bar
including your good self.
No, hold on. No.
Including your good self.
The Ghana Bar Association exercises discretion as to what comment or what issues they must express an opinion on. Which exercise of discretion they're entitled to. It is as of right.
2011 you quoted.
So this guy Xavier Kudi.
I've heard him.
Yes, you heard
him. Secretary.
Yes.
I heard him.
Yes.
But what did he say? He said they're entitled to the
yes, and he says they listen, they observe, and then when it gets to a point where they believe that this is when they must comment on an issue, then they come out and
I'm saying that Kuji was there at the bar when Constitution Review Committee recommended that the rules of court committee must develop processes and procedures.
That was 2011.
To regulate the
invocation. 2011. Who was the leader of the bar then?
But 2011, I'm not talking about the leader of the bar. I'm talking about the bar as an institution.
Were you not a member of the bar?
I'm not talking.
Were you not attending annual bar conferences?
When we elect executives of the bar, we repose in them the mandate to take decisions on our behalf.
Yes.
And we are entitled to criticize that decision.
Right.
But you know my worry with Alaji. You were even a cabinet minister at that time. You were a senior member.
I say that. Let's talk about the Ghana Bar Association.
And we are talking about it, of which you are a member.
Because sometimes
you are a seasoned lawyer.
The Ghana Bar Association can be very nauseating. You issue a process. You issue a first letter, and tell us. And I was very pleased with that letter.
You were pleased with that letter. You were pleased with that letter.
Yes, that so far, as an association of lawyers, we are monitoring the process. We have not yet seen a breach of any provision of the Constitution. That was the first letter they issued. Then somehow, the malevolent forces they descended on the Ghana Bar Association. Familiar spirits.
Including your good self.
When they had the midterm session in Accra here.
Including your good self.
On a Saturday, a group of lawyers numbering about 38 got the Ghana Bar Association to pass a resolution demanding the stoppage of the constitutional process. Ghana Bar Association. In one vein, you are saying that, oh, there's no breach. We don't see any breach. In another vein, you are passing a resolution because some malevolent forces attacked the process, the executives of the Bar Association, and got themselves constituted to pass a resolution, and you acted on that.
So you were not in that meeting?
I mean, I was not in that meeting.
No, but Moro, you see, very interesting.
Then thirdly, let me come. We expect the Ghana Bar Association to stand up and defend the sovereignty of the country.
Yeah.
That's the Ghana Bar Association.
Ghana Bar Association should defend the sovereignty of the country.
I'm not saying that they should go and pick guns.
They should now defend the sovereignty of this country.
Now,
did you say that?
Yes, I said that. And I mean it. That when a colleague bar association, the Bar Council of England and Wales, which is just like the Ghana Bar Association, or the Commonwealth Lawyers Association, which is just an extended body of the Ghana Bar Association and other bodies, bar associations within the Commonwealth.
It's not an extended body; they are independent bodies. They
only
have fraternal relationships.
No, that's an amalgam. That's an amalgam of all the. No, let me tell you that there's an amalgam. Commonwealth law lawyers, it's an amalgam of all the bar associations.
Very well.
Now, so that's an extension of the Ghana Bar Association. Now, so when the issue is calling on the president to immediately halt the process, the Ghana Bar Association should have been first to say, I don't think that process is founded in the Constitution.
Right.
But they kept quiet. They didn't say anything. And that is why the Attorney General is calling on them to rise up.
Okay.
The sovereignty, when it comes to defending the sovereignty of the country, defend it.
Okay.
Say that the country has the right when it is following the processes. And then you say, you also know, as a former member, as a lawyer, you know that.
I'm not a lawyer.
You're not a lawyer?
Yes.
He's not a lawyer.
I'm not a lawyer.
Go to the law school.
I've done that.
But he's a pocket lawyer.
You're in the law school.
I've done that. I'm yet to go to Makola. So I don't want to practice law.
You don't want to practice?
No.
It's called up and coming.
No, open coming lawyer. Now, go to the law school because your argument, you are very coherent. More than the National Council members. Now, so the thing is that you are a bar association, and you know law 101, where the Constitution vests an authority or a right in a person to carry out an activity consistent with the Constitution. The only time that you can challenge the exercise of that authority or right is when that person or authority is deviating from the express provisions of the Constitution.
Okay, all right. But so let me quickly say this. I understand that today we're having some challenges with the live streaming of our program on our social media, on our digital platforms. So I'm talking Facebook, YouTube, and so on. And some of you have actually called to express your frustrations. We sincerely apologize for that. We're working, our technical team is doing everything possible to make sure that we rectify this technical anomaly, and so that you can continue to enjoy that fantastic and wonderful experience on our digital platforms. We sincerely apologize for this mishap. And so we'll do everything possible. We're doing everything possible to sort it out. So please bear with us. But in the meantime, you can still listen to us on 94.1. That's on your radio dial. That's if you have you are sitting in a car or you have a radio set just by your side. Tune into 94.1 FM, and you can monitor not just Good Morning Ghana, but some of our top programs here on Metro Television. 94.1 FM. That's on your radio dial. It doesn't have a name now,
But I'm sure that when you tune in, you either hear my voice or Inusa Husseini's voice and that of Sylvester Tete's voice, and you know that you're here with us. So once again, we sincerely apologize for that technical hitch. As far as our digital streaming on our digital platforms are concerned, our technical team is doing everything possible to rectify the anomaly, and we're so sorry about that. Anyway,
yes,
so
you see what fascinates me.
Again, let me again remind our viewers that we're live on the multi-TV platforms as well, so that's also another avenue that you can catch us on. Once you have a decoder, we're now on multi-TV platform. We're also on satellite, and so the options are many. Also on DSTV. We're on channel 277. That's on DSTV 277. So these are all avenues, alternatives, that options that you can exercise, or options that you can take so that you can monitor. I know you don't want to miss Good Morning Ghana, and for that matter, all other programs on Metro TV and Original TV and so on. So we have all these options for you to take. Yes, Sylvester, please go ahead.
You see, Allergy, you see, the interesting thing, you see how he stretched the argument. And I'm happy he's a senior member at bar, and of course a member of the association. I will be happy to have heard his own dissenting views on these matters then. But you see, you know what fascinates me? And if you stretch the argument, cited 2011, cited other cases, Deputy Commissioner of NCCE and all that, to the extent that they are looking for reforms to take away other the Chief Justice being the determinant of a prima facie case by other ranks of the Superior Court of Judicature from the Chief Justice, and they should do that.
Who is looking for?
I mean, those are the arguments you were...
No.
That you are saying the processes. No, you just... Well, then I didn't get to...
So let me explain.
I'm coming.
We are not challenging the constitutional provision. I mean, if there's going to be an amendment, fine. But we're not challenging the authority, because the Chief Justice is the head of administration. So that's why he has disciplinary authority. So I said that when the Chief Justice, because when you look at Article 1463, where the petition involves the removal of a justice of the Superior Court of Judicature, or a chairman of a regional tribunal, the person who determines...
Is prima facie case. Yes, it's the Chief Justice.
So we're not saying that...
I agree. So in a matter of the Chief Justice, now who determines the prima facie case?
So that is why in 1969, consequent upon the removal of Akokosa, the drafters of the Constitution came to the conclusion...
Invested that in the Council of State.
And that was when the Council of State was established.
Good.
You know why? They wanted to insulate the removal of a Chief Justice from partisan political consideration.
Fantastic.
That is why they departed. In America, the removal of a Chief Justice or a Justice of the Superior Court of Judicature is vested in Congress. In Britain, it's vested in Parliament.
Fantastic.
But in 1969, the drafters of the Constitution said, let's insulate the process and even make it in camera to protect the integrity of the whole process. Invest the moral conscience, the moral compass of this nation in those institutions that we have established to determine prima facie, and also the committees to be set up to determine the culpability of those
So
cases.
let me take you to the composition of the Council of State. Let me take you to the composition of the Council of State, and you realize that it's in the bosom of the ruling party. To the extent that elections were held in Ashanti region. We saw who won that elections. The regional minister today says, no, I won't accept it. You see, all the members of the Council of State, for me, that is why some people are saying that. If that is what you call rule of law, where the president has appointed the chairman of the Council of State and all these people, they are all NDC apologists. Then you take the person to the Hawks and say, I'm using the law, and you push the person to them. And look at so you see, if you want to be fair, I'm coming.
You see,
insulation, please, you've cited other jurisdictions that in America is in Congress. So what you have done, the election of the members of the Council of State itself and subsequent appointment by the president according to the Constitution is the same extension of the NDC headquarters. Today, the woman made an application that yes, it affects me. You want to hold it in camera. I want to be disgraced. I want to see it.
You can't waive a constitutional provision that provides for a procedure. You can't do it.
Please.
You see, that's why the law was more political.
Alaji, You see, you can't do it. If you say it's more political, you have politicized it. We all know that the practice you waive. How can you waive a constitutional provision? Please, the Chief Justice, the former Chief Justice, has no such power. You see, to single-handedly amend the Constitution. So that is why the person made an application. No, he didn't just say, he made an application. It was wrong. Whether wrong or not, it's his or her right. No, he made an application. She hasn't got that right. Oh, please, Alaji. She made that application. Listen. So you see where my problem lies. Today, you think that, oh, you've gone through the process, a petition was sent. The determination of a prima facie case. We are all interested. We are all learning. We want to enhance our democracy. We want to grow our democracy. Look at the composition of the Council of State. When the president in opposition on his campaign trail, he promised to remove the Chief Justice. They get the Council of State members, go and determine a prima facie case. We are interested in the basis for the determination of that prima facie case. We want to know. The good people of this country, we are interested. That is why they know all these things is being cooked from the Jubilee House. That is why if they are telling to halt the process, it's for good conscience. That is why I've told you earlier that the NDC, John Mahama, this removal of the Chief Justice will haunt them for a very long time to come. But Sylvester, look, you can hide behind the law. Yes, you can hide behind the law. Aware of what? All of these is supposed to be done in camera. You see, that's what I'm telling you. Where we sit, me and you, where we sit. If me and you, where we sit, the
basis for reaching, or on the basis for arriving at the decision as to why a prima facie case has been reached in itself, wouldn't that amount to an infraction of the Constitution?
So let me tell you something. You see, all that we have said here, all what we are saying, is to enhance our democracy. Okay. We are all reading.
So you mean going forward?
We are all reading between the lines. That is why he knows where he sits as a member of the bar. He says that, when I asked the question, he says, the leadership of the bar, we expected them to hold the territorial integrity of this country. He has said so. Okay. But he himself has a singular responsibility to himself and to the association. We didn't hear him cough because at that time he was in government. I commented. Well, which one? In 2011. Were you not in government? But no, 2011 was the recommendation. Yes. I'm coming. The white paper was issued in 2016. I'm coming. And before we implement the white paper, we lost the election. Go to the street and list all the members of the Council of State and ask any reasonable person on the street whether or not their decision represents law and fairness. Yes, it does. God be with you. So if it does, God be with you. If it does, God be with you. So we all live in this country.
So let's call upon the CDD.
No. Let me tell you. No. You see, they shouldn't change anything. Let them leave it. Let them leave it as it is. And the Chief Justice that will be appointed in place of this woman. Let the person hold the office. So come back. So Moro. Please. I don't know. I'm telling you.
So you agree with those? You agree with some of your friends who say when they come, they will remove the next Chief Justice?
Of course. He agrees with them. So I agree with them. Of course. I've always been saying that. Of course. When people argue, they must listen to themselves. Okay. I listen to myself. I listen to you. You have not listened to yourself. You see, what you've done is a political calculation. I've listened to commentary even after the removal of the Chief Justice. And you're already jumping about the place. I'm not jumping about any place. I'm telling you, you've done your politics. You've done your NDC politics. But I've told you, it will haunt the conscience of President Mahama. It will haunt the conscience of the NDC. It will haunt all of you. It will haunt all of you. It will haunt all of you. Please come in. Okay. Look, can you project the list of the members of the Council of State? Put it on the board. Members of the Council of State. Put it on the board. Put the list of the members of the Council of State. Put them on board. I say he's not listening to himself. I've listened to myself. No problem. In 2024, yes, Koko Azar sent a petition to Nana Addo Akufo-Addo, yes, for the removal of Gertrude Tokono, yes, for a wrong exercise of a decision to transfer some judges. Yes. Nana Akufo-Addo said that the Council of State, when he consulted the Council of State said that that petition did not raise a prima facie case. Right. Is Sylvester Tete telling me? So another Council of State will establish a prima facie case. Please. Irrespective of what it is. No problem. You're not listening to yourself. Me, I've listened to myself. I've always been asking myself, what was the basis for the arrival of that decision? But today I've gotten the answer. Okay.
Fly is telling me that it was largely because that Council of State constituted under Nana Akufo-Addo was largely MPP.
Okay.
And they did exactly what Nana Akufo-Addo wanted them to do.
Right. Let me tell him something. Let me tell him something.
So I now
NDC, look, we have known NDC people in that Council of State. Today, the only MPP man who won in Ashanti region, you removed him. Oh. Then the next moment, you establish a prima facie case.
Oh, I say that.
You see,
I say that.
so for me, I'm saying that there will be another Council of State in future.
And
let's take a breather.
Fully engaged.
Let's take a breather.
The basis upon which
This is.
Promo! Your most preferred estate partner is given a massive 20% discount on land sale. Yes, for our Founders Day promo, Estate Masters is offering this special discount for outright purchases up till the end of September 2025.
Purchase your tracks today.
This cuts across all our available sites, and upon purchase, you get to enjoy a free indenture and free site plan. Our site visits are also free, so rush now and secure a plot of land while this offer lasts. Estate Masters, your most preferred estate partner.
In my line of work, a confident smile is everything. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste keeps me on top of my game and ensures my smile is always radiant and bright.
With the tiring nature of my job, we spend several hours under the scorching sun. To keep our teeth white and our breath fresh all the time, we use none other than Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. You're on a Kessie and in a kit one.
Samayo Kendini, who be here, Semetra Sapapadia to Amame Manfo, Kale Charcoal's natural ingredients, and a bomb is so by, a man is swing, and a sansu mama hoto so a will beg you.
Kale Charcoal Toothpaste. Choose Kale Charcoal Toothpaste for anti-cavity, whiter teeth, and fresher breath all day. Available in 80 gram and 150 gram. Grab yours today.
Kale, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Healthy soil is where every great harvest begins. At ACAP, we turn waste into wealth, producing rich organic compost made right here in Ghana for our farmers and our future. Whether you are planting small or big, ACAP compost improves your soil, boosts your yields, and saves you money. Even in your own home garden, give your soil life naturally. ACAP compost, from waste to wealth.
Wabedum Tamaso. Hey, J. Watch it, na learning. Missy, watch and learn. Makwaya mabesisia. Abozig. Akache say no ya konati and the more drink woman. Hey. But I tell me. Oh, sorry. She knew her old days. Hey, Dabio, baby womb. Ready? Hey, baby womb. Ah, Aji! I'll cause some discomfort. Sorry, well, uncle, where would I die? Why your funeral? At your phone for Aerofield Trading. Sorry, it killed them all.
No mum share Nanda Daya was mosquito call Esudu Womunumu. Na say spray with them musa. Chaisima edronum and sana kodynamo.
And Kratoi FDA Ajatum.
Some loves are born in the blink of an eye.
I've been madly in love with her since the first time I saw her. Then let's get married today.
I'll be the happiest woman in the world by your side.
And they kill your soul in a flash. Televisa presents You Are the One. Angela dreams of keeping her promise to be a great doctor and help her people. To Alvaro, ambition is stronger than his dream. And this greed will lead him to commit the worst betrayal to the woman he loves.
I will have a husband no matter what.
Samantha, will you please marry me?
Turning all her dreams into painful disappointments and dangerous consequences.
I've been waiting for you to answer my calls, Alvaro. I haven't heard anything from you. I've sent you so many messages, but you've never responded.
Have you left the bus station?
I just want to pay my debt and get out of here.
Her photographs are going to sell fast, and she will be our gold mine. Our clients will love those.
Are you looking for a boyfriend? Are you all right?
You Are the One is proudly sponsored by The Luckiest, Appointed Time Printing, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Samu Spices, and Givers Herbal Center.
Sorry about that. You're still watching Good Morning Ghana on Metro Television. I'm here with lawyer Nusaf Sidi, former member of parliament for the people of Tamale Central, and also former member of parliament for the people of Botiano, English Amanfrom. We're having a conversation on the back of the comments by the leader of the bar, talking about Dominic Akuretengayeni, that the Ghana Bar Association must do some introspection and do some reflection, and that they are not being as neutral as they're supposed to be. So I guess, gentlemen, would have to move on and look at some other issues of, which is also of grave national importance. Here I'm talking about small-scale illegal mining. Now, there have been some, fallouts from the president's interaction with the media recently, and I'm talking about the presidential media encounter. We've heard from some CSOs who say they've not been particularly impressed with the president's response to small-scale illegal mining. Now, the latest to join the bandwagon on expressing their thoughts about Galamsey are the National Catholic, the Catholic Bishops of Ghana. They have a statement. I'll read that statement shortly. But before I do that, let me just say that my understanding is that the Domahene has led a task force to fight Galamsey, and 3 have been arrested. We'll try and get to the videos and some pictures put up on the screen. Now, the reason we're bringing this to the attention of the public is because we've always said that chiefs have a big role to play in a fight against small-scale illegal mining. And so kudos to the Domahene for leading from the front and doing it. And I hope that other chiefs would emulate this example. So you see, these are some of the items or the equipment that have been seized from the illegal miners, and that's the man himself. When he shot, I think he's on your right with his, I'll call them his soldiers. His soldiers, as in quote. I mean his people who are going around confiscating some of these items and basically fighting Galamsey. So we're encouraging all other chiefs to also support the fight against small-scale illegal mining. Now, let me read this. So Neil Ante van der Poy, who is a former member of parliament for the Dodo constituency, and also currently is a national coordinator for the DRIP program. Now, he says, please, Moro, ask Honorable Sylvester if a prima facie case was established in the Charlotte Osei case. Secondly, was a petition to remove Charlotte Osei and Loretta Lamte cooked from the presidency, What weird postulation is that? Hypocritical analysis by Sly. Did the members of the Chief of Staff under Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo come from heaven or another? Oh, members of the CSOs. I think it's CSOs. Oh, okay. Under Nana Addo. Oh, sorry, Council of State. Okay. Yeah. CSO, under Nana Addo come from heaven or another country. Were those members of the COS not elected and appointed by the same process as the current members? Why does the MPP always think that they are more human and Ghanaian than the rest of us? And then this one here from Manche Bruce. Manche Bruce, I sincerely apologize. Apparently you sent me a message last week about some matters within the MPP, but of course you narrowed it to your thoughts about Dr. Mahmoud Bame. So I'll probably read just a small portion of it before I move to your more current, message. It says, Dr. Mahmoud Bame emerges as a formidable candidate for the 2028 elections, distinguished by his extensive experience, meticulous preparation, and considerable electoral appeal. His notable attributes including humility, compassion, exceptional leadership, acumen, integrity, intellectual rigor, and an unrelenting pursuit of excellence, position him as a compelling figure to spearhead and unify the new patriotic party going into the 2028 elections. And he says, greetings to everybody. But then he sent me this one he sent today, and it says, the manner in which the Chief Justice was treated during the process of a removal and subsequent removal shall remain a significant stain in our country's judicial and political history. Everything was staged and tactically executed, but as the saying goes, posterity is a womb of time. Amazing convictions. Manche Bruce II. He's a senior lecturer at the Takoradi.
Takoradi. Argue, and they are lecturers, and they argue that
yes,
we asked them, how was it staged?
Technical University.
How was it staged?
This one here says that. So happy birthday to you, Honorable Donatus Akamugre.
Donatus.
Yes.
Donatus.
Yes. Today is actually his birthday.
Yeah.
He's an Upper East Regional Minister.
Yeah.
And also from his
wife.
wife.
Went to spray
Oh,
money.
yesterday was his birthday.
Yeah.
That's it.
Who went to spray money?
No, I don't know.
After his birthday from Accra.
I don't know about his
on the street of Wa.
Oh, the man is celebrating his birthday.
Spray money.
The man's
Bring that video.
Yesterday was his birthday.
Bring that video he was sharing on the street of.
I wish you a happy birthday first.
Happy birthday. That's how I know him. Donatus.
But you see, again, inconsistency in reason.
Yes.
We are just finished vetting. He had not been made a public officer. Yes. He had his own money, and he was spraying the money. So what was his crime?
Hallelujah.
What is that crime?
So there's nothing wrong with that. The act of spraying money on the street itself is a crime.
Wife, children, all of us.
We wish him a happy birthday. Donatus. He must come here and spray some of the money.
We want to wish you a happy birthday. Also from your very good friend Andy Efua Ampof, we want to wish you a happy birthday, Honorable Regional Minister. That's Honorable Donatus Akamugre. Happy Akamugre, yes. But you didn't tell us how old you turned yesterday. Maybe you should be adding that so that we can add it. Oh, this is your cash spray matter. Anyway, so this one here says that good morning, Muro. Trust you're doing well. Please, Mr. Okay. This one is actually a personal message. Now, Elijah Hamza says, good morning, my brother. Moro, the AG yesterday made my day. He was spot on, and he said that it is, if the GBA decides to turn the institution into a political branch, then they must be treated as such. It says that we went through a lot under President Nana, but we did not hear him speak. But they've suddenly found their voice under this government. This act of hypocrisy and double standard should not be tolerated. Enough is enough. Well, please call Sly to order. He should allow others to speak. Hey, this call to order about that. Anyway, so all right. So let's also look at what our viewers on YouTube, despite the challenges that we have, are still watching. As it says, Davido says, the GBA know we know they are not independent. They should shine the light on themselves and work on being unbiased. And this one here says from Ebenezer Intre, who's watching us on Facebook, says, I really agree with AJ's comments on the GBA, and I think the association needs to be reminded of their role. That's and then Kwame Jandam, who is watching us, I like the name, Kwame Jandam, who's watching us on Facebook, says the historical conduct of the Ghana Bar Association, GB, has over successive administrations established an incontrovertible record of partiality. This institution has consistently demonstrated a systemic and deeply ingrained bias in its engagements with the National Democratic Congress and the government that it leads. That's Kwame Jandam. He sends that message. And then Sandy Sally, who says thanks. The heavens that there is a constitutional review Okay, thanks for having that there is a constitutional review committee in place to fix the loophole. This would indeed tie the hands of any future government that will loosely fall on it to remove future CJs. So let not anyone feel perturbed about these threats. For many people, it's the stick that was used to club, unfortunately hit bar as well. Good morning, Sally who sent that message. Now, Ebenezer Intre, a.k.a. Ebenezer from Kwabenya, says that I applaud my biggest applause to Sammy Jane Fizz Goldberg for the yeoman's job doing for Mother Ghana, not only the backbone of our currency, but also supporting institutions to fight against galamsey menace. God bless Goldberg Executive, especially greetings to TDC boss Courage Makafu Nonekbeku. Mr. I'm told he's not the deputy Goldberg chief executive officer Nonekbeku. Okay, I'm told he's a lawyer too. Oh, okay. All right. Courage McAfee and Kwesi himself, PS Shipyard. Okay, sorry, Shipyard, sorry. And, all right. So I guess that, Ebo Bachman says, if truth be told, certain dominant parties and elements within the Ghana Bar Association have unfortunately recently positioned or presented the association as an extension of the NPP, akin to groups such as Nasara or TESCOM. The association needs serious reforms. And it says, my regards to Sly and Al-Haji. You know Ebo Bachman? Yeah, very good friend. Yes. All right, so let's do this. Our time is running. Yes. Okay.
Tell him.
In fact, he's been flashing. He just wants to hear from you.
Yes, I'll call him after the show.
Yes.
There will be a there will be a petition in future.
Okay.
There will be a council of state and there will be a determination.
All right.
Hallelujah.
Okay, I hear you. All right, so let's get on with this. We just have 20 minutes to deal with this.
That's a very important national matter.
Yes. We have 20 minutes to deal with this. Now, so the National Catholic Secretariat has a statement. In fact, I call it News Just In. It's a statement of the Ghana Catholic Bishops' Conference on the destructive scourge of illegal mining, galamsey, and the urgent measures required. Now it says, dearly beloved in Christ and fellow citizens of Ghana, grace, mercy, and peace from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ be with you all. As shepherds of the church and moral custodians of our nation, we cannot be silent before a calamity that imperils both the integrity of God's creation and the dignity of his people. Illegal and unregulated mining, commonly known as galamsey, has become one of the gravest afflictions of our time. It ravages our rivers and forests, poisoning our soil, endangers public health, corrupts governance, erodes our moral fiber, and extinguishes livelihood. This is not a routine challenge to be managed with half measures. It is a national emergency requiring decisive, extraordinary response. And then it goes to talk about the turbidity water of the level and why they believe that, the Ghana Water Company actually wants more by way of tariffs. So that's the second paragraph. And it talks about the consequences of it. So the consequences are that farmers can no longer trust the land to sustain their families, and the capacity to feed the nation diminishes. The Ghana Water Company strains at a great cost to render water barely potable, yet traces of mercury, arsenic, cyanide, and chlorine persist in what is supplied to children, seduced by the mirage of quick riches, forsake school for perilous pits, many losing their lives in collapse that are both tragic and preventable. And it goes ahead to talk about, he says, we therefore urge the president, and I've skipped a few parts, we therefore urge the president and his government to declare without hesitation a state of emergency in the most affected mining zones and around endangered water bodies. Such a declaration would empower extraordinary interventions, curfews in volatile areas, the scaring of devastated land, the dismantling of entrenched criminal syndicates, and the halting of corrupt administrative complicities. The scale of the crisis justifies nothing less. But we stress, a declaration, while urgent, is insufficient. Ghana requires a holistic, integrated national strategy. Laws governing mining must be revised, sharpened and rigorously enforced with stiffer penalties for offenders. Specialized courts should be established to expedite prosecutions. A permanent, well-resourced and corruption-proof task force must be constituted, comprising security services, environmental experts, and local authorities to ensure consistent enforcement beyond transient crackdowns. Yet, justice must be tempered with mercy. Those driven to galamsey by desperation must be offered sustainable alternatives. Properly regulated small-scale mining zones could be created, fortified with environmental safeguards and technical support. And it goes ahead. And it ends by saying, beloved brothers and sisters, this struggle is not merely about law enforcement. It concerns the very soul of Ghana. It is about whether we choose life or death, blessing or curse. And it quotes Deuteronomy 30:19, which says, with God's grace, let us choose life. for ourselves, for our children, and for generations yet unborn. May the Lord bless our homeland Ghana and make us faithful stewards of his creation. Signed, Most Reverend Matthew Kwesi Jemfi, Bishop of Sunyani and President, Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference, Monday, September 15, 2025. This was late Monday. And so it looks like the call for a declaration of a state of emergency appears to be going up and up and up and up, is increasing. But we've also heard from the president why he doesn't think that we're there yet.
Oh, yes. Oh, the president has not ruled out the imposition of a state of emergency. You first of all have to ask yourself, what is the state of emergency intended to achieve? Stop the menace, recover our water bodies, prevent the destruction of our forest cover, ensure that people who mine with impunity are brought to book. So the state of emergency has not been ruled out. I have said on earlier platforms that because of the level of devastation witnessed under Nana Akufo-Addo, it was why all of us jumped onto the bandwagon and said, look, it appears that the state was now, almost comatose. And with as regards the fight against Galamsey, and the only remedy left was a state of emergency. But let's come and interrogate what the press conference was all about and the fight against illegal mining or fight against Galamsey is concerned. The state of the media engagement sought to do three things or four things within the framework of good governance. Transparency. How is government dealing with the affairs of the nation in the past 8 months? Ghanaians must know. We elected President Mahama and the NDC to steer the affairs of state. We don't want things being done in the dark. We want to know. Government's commitment to truth, transparency, and honesty was required. So a media encounter was called. Accountability. Those who have been given the opportunity to serve this country must also be prepared to be held accountable. So when a decision is taken, expect us to critique the decision. You look at legal and judicial frameworks. How are they working? Are people getting social justice? The court system working? How is the legal environment like? And so that was supposed to be part of the good governance framework that was exhibited by His Excellency the President. Stakeholder involvement. The country, when we voted His Excellency the President, we didn't say that only one set of people should rule the country. There are many stakeholders. For instance, you've read about the Catholic Secretariat's, Catholic Bishops' conference letter, the news release, or to the public. They are a critical stakeholder. Are you giving them an opportunity to air their views, to talk about matters affecting the state in a way that is not recriminatory? So that was also important. Yeah. And finally, the fight against corruption. How are you ensuring that people do not take what belongs to all of us with impunity? So these were matters that His Excellency the President was addressing in his press conference. I appreciate people who say that we should fight Galamsey, we should move it a notch higher, for two reasons. One, that process, that activity, that Galamsey activity is very destructive. And because it's destructive, we must find a way to regulate it in such a way as to minimize its impact on our lives and our environment. So it's very necessary. In fact, that is why the EPA law says that any activity that impacts the environment can only be done with a permit from the Environmental Protection Agency. Because we know the effects. 2, our water bodies that are a source of life are being damaged. Today, the Kolebu Renal Center, there's an increase in the number of persons with renal diseases. If you go to Obuasi, Takwa, and the mining areas, enter the postnatal wards, you see children are being born with deformity. So there's an invidious responsibility on all of us as a people to rein in the menace and ensure that we control it. So what is government doing? So we know that our forest reserves were raided and occupied by illegal miners. We have been told that 9 forest reserves were initially reclaimed from the Galamseyers. There have been attempts for them by the Galamseyers to go back to those forest reserves. But we have recorded some successes. We have also been told that a community, a very large community, that was operating on the blunt side of law enforcement agencies was discovered and destroyed. You remember that community? Huge community. It means that the security agencies are doing their best. But it appears to me, and I said it consequent upon the death of, or after the death of our heroes, that we needed to take the fight a notch higher. 1, to vindicate the activities that we're going to do, that we don't tolerate impunity in the mining sector. They were going to promote sustainable and responsible mining. And that is what we want in this country. So we must fight against illegal mining as a tribute in honor of them. So we must move the fight a notch higher. I'm very encouraged that many things are being done, and the president has not ruled out a state of emergency as a last resort. Those things that are being done, if they are done consistently and with a heightened sense of agency, with a no tolerance approach, I'm sure we are going to be able to go far. And when it becomes necessary that the president imposes a state of emergency, Mr. President, don't hesitate to impose that state of emergency, because we cannot hand over our country to future generations destroyed in the manner that the destruction is taking place now. Now, for me as somebody who was there at the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources, it appears to me that stakeholder involvement appears to be the only viable option out. And I commend Dorman Hine for taking the initiative. In fact, even before Dorman Hine, the late Offenso Hine told me personally when I was at the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources that there was no Galamsey in Offenso. Offenso. Because he will not tolerate that. It is the tolerance of the chiefs in their various traditional jurisdictional areas that is fueling Galamsey. They come out with excuses. And any excuse that is given by a chief for his inability to fight Galamsey is complicity. I mean, shows complicity of that chief. Because I'm from a traditional area that is ruled by chiefs, and I know the influence, authority, and power of chiefs over the land. Small scale and artisanal mining deal with surface rights. The surface rights of traditional land areas is vested in the traditional leaders. That's why we pay them royalty. And so, if a chief is sitting by unconcerned and waiting for government to come and protect his rights, his surface rights to the land, then that is what I call irresponsibility.
Okay.
Because you are a chief.
All right.
If your ancestors whose skin or stool you are sitting on now had been that reckless, had been unconcerned with the protection of the environment, probably you would not have aspired to be a chief. Okay. So I think that it is important that the chiefs wake up and play a critical. I believe you that if chiefs partner government, and that's why I should pause here and commend Boa. His first major activity when he became Lands and Natural Resources Minister was to meet the chiefs in Western region and encourage them to support him to fight Galamsey. If the chiefs come on board and they are very, very critical stakeholder in this fight, we might be seeing a solution to the problem. The people in the fringe communities, I visited Chicheure. And Chicheure, the Queen Mother told me, when I was Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, that it is not the people of Chicheure that are mining. There are powerful men come from elsewhere to mine their environment and leave the open pits. They appear to be helpless in dealing with them.
All right.
So communities must stand up. The youth in communities who are exposed to the dangers of illegal mining must wake up.
All right.
Civil society organizations. Our DCEs must be given key performance indicators.
All right.
If a DCE tolerates illegal mining in his and Dunkwa Onofin, the DCE during the first term of John Dramani Mahama was sacked from office.
All right. I want to give the rest of the 8 minutes to so that and this is he will conclude the show for us because we have to leave. Yes.
Imo.
Yes, sir.
Interesting.
Why?
Let me start with a quote from my senior. Say, any excuse by a chief to fight Galamsey is complicity.
Okay.
Litany of excuses from government. What does it tell you? Complicity.
What excuses? What excuses?
I'm coming.
You
see, President Mahama is an enabler of illegal mining in this country.
How so?
And the NDC party and its appointees are cheerleaders.
Okay.
You see, in some 12, 13 months ago, they were clear. Because John Mahama had said on his campaign tour that after he left office, he's never gone anywhere in this country. He's lived in this country. He had his advisors who were his cabinet ministers. They were all in this country. So they knew the state of illegal mining in this country. And they were calling for state of emergency. 13 months down the lane, you are saying that it's not the last resort. So when you were calling for state of emergency, on what basis were you calling for state of emergency?
Because there was despondency.
Please.
You were not doing anything.
No, you see.
But NDC were not calling for a state. It was the CSOs who were calling for a state of emergency.
Let me tell you. Sam George, my own brother.
Okay, so that's an individual. You're talking as a
cabinet minister today. He was a member of the NDC manifesto committee.
Okay.
President Mahama, he himself had called for state of emergency in opposition.
Do you have it?
I'll show you. I said that's what I told you. I'll send you a number of videos. That must.
Where President Mahama was calling for a state
of emergency.
Of course. I'll send all those things to you.
Okay.
And President Mahama said in opposition that when he gets the opportunity to lead this country again, all the people that have been in prison, he will grant them general amnesty.
Fact. That's true.
So if I tell you he's an enabler, so you granted them general amnesty.
But he also explains.
Please. You see the excuses. It means complicity. Per his own quote. Let me tell you.
What? He said, feed the small fishes and go for the big ones.
Okay.
It doesn't even so.
Okay, today let
again,
me tell you.
Again, it's inconsistent in thinking.
Please. You had your time. You had your time.
When Aisha won,
you had your time.
Arrested.
You had your
and
so interesting. Today Muntaka Mubarak. You see how posterity has been kind to the good people of this country. Muntaka Mubarak today, an interior minister, a member of John Mahama's cabinet. What is his position on putting foreign nationals in prison? What is it different from Osafo Manfo's statement? You see the hypocrisy of the NDC. Why I tell you John Mahama is an enabler, the appointees are cheerleaders. You see, you said all this and did all this. Today he's been given an appointment. He said, tomorrow when you hear John Mahama become president, don't go for any documentation. Come here and mine at free will. Today, you know a journalist by name Erastus Asaridonko. Today, he's giving an update. And listen,
I've read it.
You read his update.
Yes,
Aren't you sad for this country?
No.
You are not
That's
sad.
an
You are
update.
happy.
No, that's an update.
Yes,
So
you are happy. Please. You see, allow me.
That's
you
a
see,
stakeholder.
if this is how you are going to fight Galamsey,
no, when
you have BPO. If this is how you are going to fight Galamsey, you have BP. Listen,
you were not happy.
Listen,
but
listen.
let me take it.
You see, Erastus, Ken Ashigbe, and all these CSOs.
Yes.
I heard 21st, 22nd. There will be a vigil night, and there will be. I wish that the likes of Sam George, the likes of Yunus Afuseni, the likes of President Mahama, the likes of Kweku Buahin must join the demonstration. Let me tell you something. You see, the Kali bishops, they are saying that President Mahama should show leadership and prosecute. The man who said that he was going to free anybody in prison, you think you have courage to imprison anybody today? Go to Achumampunwa, all the way to Ebaradura, the constituency chairman of the NDC. They are nip deck in the Galamsey today. They've been cited. That is why they are telling you, Erastus update today. All the sites the police went to sack them from the place, they've gone back because they've retreated. They've called the police back from the site. God. When I tell you President Mahama is an enabler and his cabinet and his appointees are cheerleaders, don't challenge me. They don't have a good will to fight the Galamsey. And I told you, he said he's sending people to Australia. What do they do in Australia? Different from our laws. They enforce it. Nothing but enforcement. Right. He himself must go to Australia to learn how to enforce laws, not to send Galamseyers to Australia at the expense of the taxpayer. He doesn't have the commitment, the goodwill, and the good intention to fight Galamsey. When President Akufo-Addo said he has put in his presidency on the line, it cost us the entire constituencies along the Gold Belt. We lost them in 2020 elections. Go and see.
Yeah,
and today, you have won all those seats. And today, you are named there. Your constituency executives and the chairman, they are in the helm of affairs of Galamsey in this country. You see, they don't have the goodwill. He himself, he himself admitted, after they left office in 2016, he said they couldn't finish the Galamsey fight.
Where?
You've been quoted.
No, not me. They always say me. It's not me. I left Minister of Roads and Minister of Lands. It was your predecessor. No, you read this thing. So I'm coming. They always refer to me because I'm very vocal.
You see, let me tell you something. If we are not careful, for the NDC, I told you, I'll bring you litany of videos. Every morning, if they come to CTS, play it back to them. Okay. Play it back to them. That's fine. So for me, play back today. Okay. You see the update from Erastus. It is telling that the MDC is neck deep, is complicit in this Galamsey thing. They won't fight it. They don't mean well for this country.
Okay. Samuel Brahma.
They exploited it. Yes. Exploited it.
Samuel Brahma, you're very good friend. Says, good morning, Moro. Give a dog a bad name and hang it. The GB has done well and has helped us uphold our democracy since time immemorial. If the NDC fanatics wish to destroy every institution for their selfish parochial interests, then they should go ahead. They began this agenda with a rival association called the Law Society of Ghana, which never saw the light of day. As for the fight against Galamsey, Mr. Mahama has failed monumentally.
But he's an MPP man.
For his, his MPP. For his enablers are actively involved. Samuel Brahma.
I'm not surprised that he's speaking that way.
So he's no more Ghanaian.
Yes.
Samuel Brahma is no more
Ghanaian. You know Prosper Shikwe?
Yes.
Can I salam now?
Yes.
He says, please tell Sly that he seems to be enjoying the Revo Revo anthem.
I'll explain to him. Let me explain to him. You see,
you can see from his face.
I want to explain to him. Let me tell him something. Yes. You see, Revo, that's not where we are.
Yes.
They've taken us back to the Stone Age times. When President Mahama said that for the NDC, violence is in their DNA.
Yes.
It's not,
and also, Fifi Kwete, General Secretary.
He said so.
Fifi Kwete, General Secretary, he sent a message.
Yeah.
He says Sam George is an individual. Can defend his personal views. JM and NDC manifesto would have pushed for state of emergency if that were the party position.
Okay,
so that's
let me tell you. No wonder the president communications director, the minister of information, Felix. Yesterday he says that they never said they will fight Galamsey.
No, it is. Anyway, thank you very much. Oh, Sly, we miss you. Charlie, come back. Sylvester Stete, also known as Sly, MP, former MP for English Amman. Have a good day. Thanks for watching Good Morning, Ghana. Bye-bye.
Sadibo. Yes, Sadibo, ultimate. I say, Okra, so duty. Okayenka. nyama bebre na koso o man mu a ha dwen ya asefam wan kasa hwe se na mo ibre se na mo ibre hwe amanone a se na ye hu enuma ne we omukra po se na treat omo ho se na ye treat ye mo isa na ye treat ye ho o man we mu